Tim only goes over a tenth of a second faster.
Alright. My microphone working? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another round of Formula Trout here in Bahrain, round 2 of the Formula Trout Premier Series. My name's Angel, I'll be your commentator for today, and I'll probably be joined a little bit later. But we are going to be waiting for the server to start so we can get on to round 2 in Bahrain. Ignore the background. I didn't have time to make a new one. But we'll just wait a short bit for the server to start. Obviously, last 2 weeks ago, we had round 1 in Australia. Cody Lawrence won that race. Second was Lenny Perpinator. The third was Felipe Olsen for Griffin Gaming. And then, obviously, Red Gold Racing, new team getting the win. And GP with a P2 starting off the season strong. But we'll have to see if they can continue their good form here in Bahrain. I know a few drivers who were in round 1 aren't here today, but we still have a pretty good grid nonetheless. Wait for the server to come up. As I guess you can take a look at the points and how they stand so far this season. So that's not working. Switch back to there, as for some reason what was supposed to be there is not there. Here we go. Right now, this is how your points stand. Cody Lawrence stays in the lead. My thing is glitching out, but yep, Cody Lawrence is in the lead with 25 points. 18 points for Lenny Perpinator for Big Olsen on 15. That was your podium sitters. Nico Boston 4th on 12 points. That should be 13 actually, so he get the fastest lap. Voltova's in 5th, 10 points. DAC Racing, a good start to the season for them. Mark Levine for the sister team, Blue Gold Racing in 6th. Maximilian Yoder for CRG Racing Row in 7th. Kamui Kefas is in 8th. The KV Motorsports cars of Igor and Lily are in 9th and 10th, both scoring points in that opening round. Peter and then P11 to P18 didn't score any points. They were either DNFs or I think maybe a DSQ. I have to check the results again, but Peter, Thick Tack, Jaden Neal not having the best race, having the kind of opposite race to Aaron Moldova as a DAC racing driver. Pretty bad weekend, retiring from the race. Daniel Foco, same thing, and Agnes Christoph O's, Thomas Barberry, Maximilian Yoder's teammate, Vonnie Mormon, Elm Bohar, all retiring from that race and not scoring any points, but classifying. Points, I think if I have them here, take a look at how team standings laid out as well. Christmas is around the corner. Finally in December. Some good times hitting 18 points. Drunk GP with a pretty solid lead. Not winning the race, but both the drivers getting solid results. 31 points. 25 points for Red Gold Racing because of that win from Cody Lawrence. Griffin Gaming with 15. DAC Racing on 10. Blue Gold Racing, the sister team for Red Gold Racing. 8th. CG Racing Row in 6th. Silver Racing in 4th. KV Motorsports 3rd. Big Tax with 0. Getting classification, but not scoring any points. The server should be up and running soon enough, but we will have to see if we can join it soon. Should we get a look at maybe some practice running and such? Switch back. Yeah, so Bahrain round 2. I know some of the guys have been practicing before the race, so should see a pretty competitive field, especially at the top. I know Lenny Perpignan might not, maybe a conflict of schedule, I'm pretty sure. I think Maxi will be taking up duties for the Jungle GP team, moving from CRG for a round. Practice is going ahead. Try to make sure. Transition. Go on track. Practice. 10 minutes left to go. Just people setting up. Just getting their setups ready and making sure they're ready for the race. And we'll qualifying. It's soon to come. Watch out, Mark Levine in this blue gold racing car. Right now. Oh, as we're not now, but we are again. It's going to set a time on the C4 tires. So there's 5 compounds to use. We'll, just get straight to qualifying. That makes the stream not look too good. But let's get straight to qualifying. We did have some server issues, and we did already get a practice at them. So let's get straight to qualifying. Cody Lawrence is going to be the first fella out there and leave the pit lane. Yes, he is. Race winner in Australia, being the first to lead out here in Bahrain for qualifying. Not under the lights, but under the natural sunlight here in Bahrain. All I can say of why we're racing in the daytime, this car is very complex. It takes a lot to run a very complex car, but worth it. How fun and real good this car is to drive. As we have the race winner here in Australia, coming to probably set the first qualifying lap of the session. As I think that's Felipe Olsen right behind him, third place name, last time out in Australia. Behind him, I think the man who was off the podium last year. That's how we go into the standings. Alex Cochran has joined me. You want to introduce yourself? Yep, so we had a bit of a race start, but it's all in the now. Maybe Lawrence says he's going to be the first to set a lap here. He's going to cross and maybe if a 2026 car comes out in time for the next season, this will probably be the last season. I don't know if they're going to be able to make next year's F1 regulations. And so, of course, we got DRS there. Abu Dhabi, Verstappen, here is Russian. Formula Trout here. Instead of course, most competitive. Instead of course, the Racing League. F1, pushing hard out. Sector, I think you might run into a bit of traffic. I think that is it's going to open the DRS wide open before it goes in the back and looking for a lap. As he gets past Maximum the Younger, go through the final corner. Really confident in the curve. As all the track is in set. Get on pole. We're 1.67. Right behind him. Also starting that DRS by 27.6. Big Neil goes on the pole now 26.5. Behind him, you can get past the cars. Point scorer in Australia. Fourth position as he gets passed by Wilco. That Trout branded team. Drew Kenny is next. A Junker GP Academy car. I don't think we had any last round. If I'm not mistaken, Drew Kennedy coming to the line. I'm sorry about his nationality. But here we go to the line. Gonna go P7. Behind him is Agnes Rutis with a Ridley this time. He's gonna go to the pits as it's not improving. The Academy having go for this race. So it's Irmatova. 5th place finisher. 4th in qualifying. So if you don't know, Alex, do you know maybe some of the strategies this race? I think everyone currently is on some gaggle of cars here. Going to the pits. I think it's Felipe Olsen getting out the way of, I think that's Jaden Neal, if I'm correct. But yeah. Yeah, I heard some whispers about a two-stop strategy from a certain team. It hasn't been exact, but will that work? It's possible, but you're going to have to get some clear air. Impressive one, but it's going to be P11 just outside the top 10. Not following that main tire roll just yet. Virtual racing cars come and start a lap as I think it's going to so I think he runs wide either way. A few cars slowing down. Yeah, he forced that lap. On another lap behind him is Felipe Olsen. Come through the second sector now. Cody Lawrence, personal best first sector. And through this hairpin. Is he really the curve? Not really. Bid Neal uses a slight bit more, but obviously he's not on the lap. Lawrence come on his DRS straight. Felipe Olsen farther behind, I don't think really is improving. Yes, he's going to get past the lap car as well. He wants purple second sector, improving on his own lap time. P2 currently behind Jaden Neal, who's on pole position, but avoided the lap, so he's not on one. Going to come to the final corner under this United barrier for signage. Through the final corner using all that outside curve, getting a bit wiggly there, and I think it's going to cost him a 10th or 2 as he comes across the line. Just a couple hundred, 0.01 improvement for Lawrence. Still in the 26s, but just not enough to outdo Jaden Neal. Jaden Neal goes into pits, most likely looking for tires. Felipe Olsen forces his lap. Kennedy is going to start his on the C5 tire. That's gonna be the softest tire bomb. What he can do. It's gonna be a very different strategy as a pass much cars as leading. Not the best turn one for him. Have Ace of Spades car here. Very pretty looking. Very pretty livery for them. They're red and white. As there's another red and white car. I think that's the Nova, rebranded. I don't think they have the rebrand on track just yet, though. I don't think he's on the lap. I think Tommy also is. No, he's not. He's not on the lap. P17 though is on the lap. Or Tic Tac Racing Car finally going to get a lap in. Across the line, up into 8th place. A great lap from Bonar. The 29.2. And I think that's a Blue Gold Racing Car going into pits. That's P4. Maxi going off into the wall. Not in the CRG car this weekend. He's in the Drunk GP car. Not the best exit out of the final corner into the wall, breaking his suspension. He's gonna have to go into the pits to fix that. Thankfully, he's not beached in the gravel, but not the best outing for the owner-driver here in Bahrain. So he goes to the pits to fix that damage. P1 Kate Neal's coming across the line to start his lap. Currently still P1, could have gone to the pits, probably will exit out soon, as 10 minutes are left in the session. He's going to get Turbo 1 much better than last time. He's on the C4 tires. Runs down to turn 3. Is he going to brake late? Seems he is. The American driver had a good race in Australia until it all came crumbling down around the halfway point, and now he's looking for redemption day here in Bahrain. Again, not under the lights, but under the natural sunlight of the Middle East. Because now he's going to come down to this tricky left-hander. You're braking while turning, two things that do not like to go together. He gets a bit of a scruffy exit, and I think that's going to be lap done. Really competitive, so a tiny mistake like that might cause him any substantial improvement. In his first sector, it wasn't even that much of an improvement as well. It's just slightly wide there, I think. I think Mark Levine is going to finally set a lap. He's finally going to go for a lap. He has not set a lap yet either, as P15 is going to come and cross the line. Forgot who that was, but they do not improve, or they might be starting. As Igor, who was going to finish the lap, spins and goes into the wall. So not an improvement for Igor, but it did seem he was up with 2 personal best sectors. Armatova into the pits and P18. I think that's Giovanni Mormon into the pits, but who is that coming? I think that's Felipe Olsen in front of the line. Improves, but not enough to jump a position. Drew Kennedy gained a position here, as we'll go back to Mark Levine. P17 was someone who did do pretty well last round. Obviously, got a 6th place last round Australia, so he started off the season pretty strong, pretty decent. Just making sure all my sons are good for the stream. And Mark Levine, seems like a pretty solid lap finally for the Blue Gold Racing driver. His sister team, currently Cody Lawrence in P2. Dino Botafogo, his teammate in that red gold, in that Blue Gold Racing car, is in P6. Can he get close to him? Open that DRS up. Where will he stand? P7, right behind his teammate. Well, not teammate, but sister teams are confusing for me. All right, cut me some slack. But Dino Botafogo in that red gold racing car, teammates with Cody Lawrence, just right behind him in that main team. Good on him. Good result. There's only around 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this qualifying session. That's someone coming across the line. That's Cody Lawrence coming to start a lap. P12 will Lily coming to start a lap as well. Daughtry coming to... Maxi's coming to finish a lap. It's not going to be an improvement, I don't think. It is a slight improvement, but not by much. And Dragoon for Jungle GP comes in 4th place. He's replacing... who's he replacing? He's replacing... Lenny Perpinator. A little part of the group that's replacing him. I think Lenny's not here again due to scheduling conflicts. P2 in the last round. Well, the first round in Australia for Lenny. Tally not here again, I think, due to scheduling conflicts. We have Yan Dragoon, a staple in the Junk GP driver rotation. He's definitely a competitive driver. And he's showcasing that with 4th in his first race this season for Junk GP. Max, he did have that crash, but he's up in 6th, so good on him. I think I saw a lap time in there as Tommy in that Trout branded cart is coming into the pits. Didn't seem like he was going to improve. 2nd place, Cody Lawrence on his lap. We kind of forgot about him. But he's going to come to the line sooner than later. He's going to the final corner. Oh, snaps a bit on the rear. He's going to come to the line and going to come to the line through the pit lane as he doesn't think he's going to improve as P14 is coming and so is P12 to the line. That's, I think, Lily and Arm Buhar come to the line to start a lap. P6 is coming to the line. Maxi not improving. Jaden Neal coming to the line with 2 purple sectors. And Jaden Neal is going to put in a statement of a lap. He's going to put in a statement lap. A 126.168. That is a good bit further. That is almost 5 tenths above P2 of Cody Lawrence. So a good lap from the American driver to beat the other American driver. It's an American front row. Oh, well, for now, as we got 4 minutes left in the session, as Jaden Neal is coming back into the pits. 5th place, Moldova starting a lap. P16, though. Race in. I did not know the pronounce that. I'm so sorry. There's Agnes. Again, come on. I've always caught Agnes going to the pits. I've not caught him on an actual lap yet. But this Thick Tack racing car is on the lap as well. As it comes, as he sits in P12, but with those personal best sectors, can he improve to a better position, maybe into that top 10 where he's going to be locked into this set of C4 tires? If he does, he comes to the line, he's going to open that DRS. What will he get? We got up to P7, a great result for Buhart. Going to be a solid starting position for him. Speed 10 is going to cross the line. This Trout branded car is going to start a lap. I think it's P11. Oh, it's P17 actually. P9's there. Mark Levine comes to start a lap as well. Behind him, Daniel Botafogo comes to start a lap as well. P4 currently on 27.3 with 2 minutes left to go. As that's Cody Lawrence leaving the pits now, and probably soon after Jaden Neal will come out to respond to defend his pole position, but I don't really think there's anything to defend with a gap like that, as someone's off. Give it a smoke. That is Mark Levine getting out the way of the main team. Johnny Moore, P15 currently on 29.7. Can definitely get much faster than that, knowing the driver he is. As I think that's Cody actually getting out of his way. Or is that Daniel? Yeah, that was Cody getting out of his way, reporting that lap. Oh, that's Cody's spawn. That's not going to be a good lap for Cody Lawrence. Wilson is coming right behind him now. They got a block having to go on the curbing there, and that's going to not help his qualifying efforts here with a little under 2 minutes left to go in this session. Next across the line is going to be, again, that Trout branded car of Tommy. He doesn't seem like he's going to improve. Giovanni Amorin, though, seems like he's going to improve. P15 currently with a personal best first sector. Going to come to the line. Looking for that final corner. Getting on the gas. Going to open that DRS as he's going to go into the pits. Not improving, he thinks. That didn't seem like it was going to be. But looks at the end of that lap. Mark Levine crossed the line. So I don't think for a next lap, as I think that's Cody and Felipe going into the pits. Lufulco going into the pits, P2 for Lawrence. Going to start his lap. Not the best out lap, but he can still make this lap count and make it worth it. And the KB Motorsports car of Louis. Again, another point scorer. Last time out in Australia. Going on another lap. Jaden Neal, their pole position currently with a 26-1. It was 5/10 ahead of the next person. Going on his last lap of the session as P16. This end's going to cross the line and maybe improve his time. No, he's going to start a lap actually. Jaden Neal is on his lap currently. So is Jan Dragoon, who has a green first sector. Had a lap time of second point 45 from Jaden Neal, and I think that was a little bit of an error. Net code might be affecting the visuals you may be seeing, but seems he's still going on it. Thinks he still has a competitive lap time. Exits that tricky left-hander onto the second DRS straight. Looks like a pretty solid time for Jan Dragoon. Up on his time. He comes through this very flowy section of Bahrain. Let's see what the second sector has to say about his lap. Is it improving? No, it's not. It's actually a 10th down on his own lap time. So not the improvement Jan Dragoon wanted. This is his last lap of the session, most likely. No, most definitely. Jaden Neal will be putting in a pretty solid time. He's going to come to the line. He thinks it's an improvement. It's not an improvement, but he did get the fastest Sector 3 of the session, the 21.2. So very impressive from Jaden Neal, someone who was very competitive in Australia, but seemed to just be ever so slightly behind Cody and Lenny. In Australia, seems to be here reinvigorated by Australia. I need to drink some water. Yeah, using that disappointment from Australia to put himself on a pretty dominant pole as Cody does improve. Does close the gap slightly, but it's not enough to get pole position as everyone's coming to the pits. And Dragoon is probably coming into the pits as well. And Moldova goes back to pits. That's their qualifying done. Yep, I think this is going to be your pole setter for round 2 here in Bahrain for the Formula Trout Premier Series. It's going to be Jaden Neal, the man who didn't even finish the last race, sitting on pole here in the desert of Bahrain. Pretty solid pretty good qualifying session. Nothing too crazy. No one going off. Well, Maxi did go off, but we can ignore that. We won't make fun of him. But that is Jaden Neal. That is your pole sitter for the race. As he's going back to his pit box, and as he gets ready to start on pole position here under the natural sunlight of the Bahrain desert. Yeah, a good qualifying session here in Bahrain. Any thoughts, Alex? Since we're not really talking much. Wait, who's qualified? Oh. Yeah, of course you would say good to see. Yeah, Jaden Neal on pole. Yeah. Cody Lawrence, P2 for Red Gold Racing. Felipe Olsen finished in third last race. Going to start in third this race. Jan Dragoon is going to start in fourth. Daniel Botafogo, Cody Lawrence's teammate in Red Gold Racing, is going to start fifth. Aaron Moldova is going to start one position lower than they are in the standings in sixth. Maximilian Younger will start in seventh after a bit of a wonky qualifying. He was able to get together. And then Buhar, the Moroccan driver, is going to start in eighth. Mark Levine and Tommy Voto for Blue Gold Racing, and the Trout team specifically is going to start 9th and 10th. You got Agnes, Igor, Kamukafeus, Lily, Giovanni Warham. Down there in the bottom half is my thing just reset, so I couldn't really tell. But as we are coming to the grid. Yeah. Because we have switch over. Jaden Neal here on pole in Bahrain. Cody Lawrence, Philip Wilson. I'd say Jaden Neal with just that pace in qualifying has a pretty solid chance to win this race, but Cody Lawrence, Felipe Wilson are no slouches, and obviously Daniel Botafogo is pretty close to Cody Lawrence in pace. And Jan Dragoon is a veteran here in Trout, if I'm correct. So is Maxi, of course, and this team, it was probably the same setup. Aaron Moldova is just a few positions behind, and Bahrain Turn 1 is known for getting people really close together. I'm going to wait for this race to start. Championship leader, Cody Lawrence, 25 points. Just a couple points ahead of Lenny Perpinator, who's sadly not here today to race. We'll be starting P2. He's looking for another race win to extend that championship lead against his... extend an early championship lead for the remaining now 8 rounds in this series. Actually, not 8 rounds. My bad. 10 rounds. I'm thinking of another league as the red lights come on, as I'm going to commentate over this better league as the Formula Trout Premier Series goes lights out, and away we go here in Bahrain. As there's a bit of contact at the back, but Jaden Neal gets a decent start. I think that was a Blue Gold Racing car as we come into turn 1. I think that's Cody Lawrence going around the outside, swapping positions, getting on the dirty side of the track, but Jaden Neal keeps the position. I think that's a bit of fighting back there between the Jungle GP car, Jay Jabroon, and Aaron Moldova. Moldova losing the position. Maxi losing a fair few positions now in P9. Jaden Neal keeps the lead. Cody Lawrence on his rear end as, that's a Jungle GP car fighting back there. That's Maxi trying to get back past, but Jaden Neal with a solid start. Nothing too chaotic besides, I think, someone stalling on the grid there. But, there's a bit of battling in the back. I think it's Maximum Younger trying to get through. Yeah, Maxi losing a bit of positions there. And probably a few people have a bit of damage in this race now. I think Maxi might be on defense. No, he's not. As three trainers, that's a move. Maybe background. I think that's Kefes thinking of a move, but thinking better of it. Yeah, pretty calm start to this race. Thought it'd be a little more chaotic, but here we go. Maybe a move. First move of the race. Kefes on. I think that's Lily. Yeah, we're gonna get our first move of the race here. Yep, as Kamui gets past Lily here, Orkova, the P12. That's our first move of the race. Junior across the line in the lead. Oh, I think that's the Griffin Gaming car. Oh, Jelani Moore getting past Lily as well. No DRS just yet. We'll go side by side into turn 1. Try not to hit that Nova car. It's loose around the outside. Giovanni Moore goes up into P13, I think that is. Yep, and he's on. Yep, and he's right on the rear end of Kefes. Oh, as he has a bit of a snap there, so that might leave him open to Lily. So battling Agnes Rods for the last point position, battling Igor. This time with the livery this race, as Maxi is getting a bit close to Blue Heart. So not too much battling in the front, but a bunch of battling here in the back. Oh, that's side by side. Maximum Younger on the Thick Tack racing car. He's able to get the move done, and now he's behind Mark Levine. DRS now active. Down the inside, he's going to go here into this left-hander. Down the inside he goes. They go side by side through the S's here in Bahrain. Oh, it's really close. as that Tic Tac racing car is following, but I think he's going to let Mark Levine through his... Oh, there's the run from the Tic Tac racing car. Side by side again into the last quarter. No, Maxi is defending it pretty harshly there. They're going to go side by side, but Tic Tac racing car lets it go. Try to go switch back. Oh, that's someone off. Who is off? That's Tommy in the trap. No, that's Tommy in the trout car spinning out. Some other moves in the background. That's Giovanni Moore in contact with Kefis. Lily sending it down the inside. I think it's Igor sending it down the inside of Agnes. So some pretty intense battling on the back here for the final point position. Big move from Amor. I'm losing track of what's going on. Oh, that's close with Igor, but he's able to not hit him and ruin his race. This battle for the final points position is getting really tight. Oh, I think Kev has thought about a move there in the background. A lot better of it as Donnie Moore. Think about a move into this right-hander. It was Hamilton Alonso all over again. It's happened a few times this race already, but he's not able to get it. But he does get DRS, and he is real close behind. Oh, Igor doesn't. He's too far. The DRS is he's going to go down the inside. Pretty easy move, I think. Yep, pretty easy. Gets it done out of the corner. And off he goes into the distance to try to catch that Tic Tac racing car of Amir Buhar. Felipe Olsen, not too far from Moldova in 4th place, just outside the podium. Moldova. Let's go on board with the Griffin Game driver. DRS wide open. Will he be able to utilize it? We'll move down to turn 1. Don't think he will. Oh, that's a big send from Felipe Olsen down to turn 1. I think she's going to go for the cutback on Moldova. She does it around the outside. Defends that position well, but Felipe Olsen's going to come back in the Griffin Gaming car. Down the inside, around the outside. Dancing with the car. Goes down the inside. Side by side into turn 3. Pushing Moldova wide. And getting the move done. As Moldova is now, she's on the chase to regain that position, and yeah, it seems like these two are pretty close on pace. So still close, maybe move down to here. No, she's gonna stay behind, stay on the chase. Oh, she locks up a bit onto the curb. Oh, as Felipe Olsen goes wide, Moldova has to take some avoiding action there. As she opens DRS side by side again. So around the outside, Felipe goes, but can't hold it. But he's probably thinking about the better run through the S's. Follow onto that back straight. He's going to follow now, lost position. So he just swapping position so far. I think he's going to be close enough to get an advantage to DRS. Is just a little outside of that 5/10 mark as Cody Lawrence training some fastest laps with Jaden Neal in the front there. Let's Cody Lawrence think about a move. Oh, I think he was, but we just caught it and he didn't make it stick. But I think he did mess up Jaden Neal's line. As Felipe Olsen up in the 4th place once again, defending from the other Dak racing car. Moldova, aggressive down the inside from Moldova, getting pushed out by Felipe trying to defend it. And he's gonna stick it around the outside. He gets on the curving though. I was not expecting this type of battling out the gate. But geez, this is why Formula Trout's so great. This is just such close battling, lap after lap. So now we're gonna go into this turn again. Moldova in front this time. DRS will be to Felipe Olsen though, in that 410, 510 range, where Slipstream's gonna be the strongest in these cars. I don't think we're going to move down here. I think that's a move in the background about to happen too. Maximum Younger thinking about it on Mark Levine, but just not being able to get it done. Owner driver trying to get a good result for his team as Lenny Perpinator is out for this race. Solid pace he had, and not having her this weekend is definitely going to not help them in the team's championship this early on in the season. Lawrence gets the fastest lap once again, as we'll watch as he gets DRS into turn 1. Jaden Neal defends hard. Cody swaps out to the outside. Probably going to try to switch back. Yeah, Jaden Neal goes deep. I think Cody's going to get that run into turn 3 now. 2, 3, 4, I mean. They're down the inside. Jaden Neal defends hard. Cody Lawrence swaps over to the outside again. Another switchback attempt. No, he's going to stay behind. These guys are close in pace. They are so close in pace. Lawrence still following in the background. That's Bart attacking. Devontae Moore. Oh, side by side through the S's. Oh, this Devontae Moore stays ahead. It's Mark Levine and Maximilian Younger fighting in the front as well. As they're just battling all over the grid this race happening. Open DRS. All these guys are going to open DRS. I don't think any moves on this back are going to be really possible unless you get a huge boost to VRS and a great run out of that corner. But nonetheless, they are all so close. They're all so close to each other. There's just battling happening all over the grid right now. He's battling for the lead currently. It's Cody Lawrence again with DRS. What will he do? He'll be close enough to, I think, get there and think about ascend into turn 1. Daniel again defending real hard. Cody Lawrence around the outside. Think about the switchback. I think they both kind of locked up there. But a much better run from Cody Lawrence in that Red Glow racing car. This DAC racing car is going to have to defend for its life. Coming down the second straight around the outside. American on American right here as Jaden Neal lets him past. And now we have a new race leader of Cody Lawrence. Race winner in Australia. He's definitely going to want to try to become the race winner here in Bahrain. 2 wins in a row for his new team. It's going to be a great way to start the season. But for Jaden Neal, winning a race this early on the season, winning a race at all, it's going to be a great way to start the season in the early half. Jaden Neal's still very close. He still has a chance on that next straight. That's Felipe Wilson still chasing Moldova in the background. Yeah, the DRS train's starting to form, but he'll still be close. Maybe some go some battles later on once their tires start dying. But this, I think, is going to be the battle that's going to keep us entertained for the whole race. Cody Lawrence versus Jaden Neal. Coming down to turn 1 again. Is Jaden Neal going to think about the same aggressive move Cody was doing? Oh, tries to fake him into it, but doesn't fall for it. Cody. He sticks to his line, digs his feet in the sand, and able to basically outbuff him. Back there, I think there's some battling. Very close to the other DAC racing car, Van Montova. Oh, that's side by side. Maximilian Younger, Mark Levine. Actually sent it down the inside. And this is some close racing. Giovanni Morum's right there too. DRS up on all 3 of them. Maxi, oh, is it going to be 3 wide? It's going to be 3 wide into turn 4. Oh, some contact. Maxi sends Mark Levine wide. That's a lot of Morum to get past the both of them. As they come to the S section, they are so close together. Some dirty airs definitely have to be affecting Mark Levine, as no one thinks of ascent, but they are so close, and that allows that big tech racing car in the background to get into the fight again of Bar. Wow, just look how close this little pack of cars is. This is like what F1 wanted back in 2022 until they got too much. Oh, that's contact in the background. Mark Levine, the thick tech racing car. There's a bit of contact between them as Agnes able to get past. I think Pujar is going to be able to chase down Mark Levine. And that leaves Maxi to a bit of a gap to Amorum. And leaves Buhart to chase down Agnes now. Jaden Neal, DRS once again, just not close enough though to think about a move on Cody Lawrence. And Alex, if you know, do you know what the rough time for a pit stop would be around this track? Lap 37. Well, the halfway point will be around 18.5 laps, lap 19. So maybe we could see, so if we think about the one stop, we could see some pit stops within the next few laps, maybe at the earliest, like lap 13, lap 12. But we'll have to see. Right now, it's really going to be really important to get that pit stop, especially in this battle between Neil and Lawrence. It's going to be really important to time that pit stop to perfection and have your strategy play out as best as possible, because these guys are just so close to each other. Their pit stops are really going to matter. As the ball's getting close to Armatova, is going to send it down the inside. The number 8 car, Griffin Gaming. It's going to go a bit wide though. Overshoots it. Still going to try to defend it, but nope, lets him back past. In the pits. As oh yeah, Maxi's in the pits. I think he's actually pitting for tires. See what he's pitting for. Oh. No, is this a retirement? Yep. It's a pit stop. Damage. I think someone else was in the pits there too. I think, yep, one of the Ace Space car in the pits for damage as well. Shame to see. Actually, Neil, I think this is the closest he's been to the Lawrence in a while. Lap 10 out of 37. Come around the penultimate corner. Just needs to get a good exit out of these two corners. He got a great one on Cody Lawrence for the lead. Watch him coming out of the last turn. Just needs to get on the throttle better than Cody Lawrence. So he had the DRS and use this DRS down this main straight. Seems like he's ever so slightly pulling. I don't think it's going to be enough. Lawrence is charging his battery. You can see by the flashing light, but not close enough. Could launch this, got a bit wide there, I think, but they're just not enough. Could have moved down until once. Thankfully, he is staying close with this DRS. It's helping him bunches out. Felipe Olsen pits. Legitimate pit stop. What tire does it come out on? Comes out on the C3, I think. Was this a 2-stop for him then? This is pretty early. Might be 2-stop for the Griffin Gaming driver, who was in a tight battle there with Moldova, and he may think it's the best way to get past her. On the 2-stop, there's a battling back there. Ooh, and back there that I'm missing out on. Really hope Kova versus one of the race space car, Christopher Godfrey. Not fighting for points, but fighting for honor right now. Plays Lily around the outside, so to get back pass. Godfrey not getting the best legs out of the corner, but still being able to keep it side by side through the S's, staying behind. It's Daniel Botafogo down at 13th. He hasn't pit, so I'm gonna stay for him on the miss. Oh, you missed that. Sorry about that. We'll back into the lead, but Cody Lawrence is going to send it right back down the inside. No, he's not. Going to stick it right back into the rear end of Jaden Neal. Also, whoever can get to the pits first has the advantage, I feel, in this scenario. Advantage Jaden Neal, as he'll be able to dart into the pits first ahead of Cody Lawrence. But Cody Lawrence is not too far behind, and he is still a little bit closer than Neil wasn't out. I think it's Block going on move. As Mark Levine's going to have to defend from this green and blue Thick Tack race car of Buhart. We go down the inside. No, he thinks better of it. Sticks behind. We're falling through the corners. And Cody definitely a lot closer than Neil was to him when he was the chasing car. And he's going to get a pretty good exit, I feel, from these final two corners. As they're gonna reach a lapped car. I think it's Tommy in the Trout branded car. Cody trying to scare, I think, Neil a bit there. They're going to do DRS down, so I doubt he'd ever go for that move, but DRS. But I think he might actually get DRS from this lapped car, Jaden Neal. Does he? No, he doesn't. I think he's just outside of it. Do they get DRS on lapped cars, Alex, with the DRS app? Oh, so I guess he was just outside of it then. He might not be outside of it soon, as it's going to come to turn 1 and 2 and 3. No, it's not the DRS. Yeah. Now this track is it's very traction heavy. There's a lot of corners where you have to get the traction out, and you really do eat through your rear tires here in Bahrain. Very technical track. Yeah, that last car gets out of the way pretty smoothly. Hit a perfect spot too. It doesn't interrupt this close battle between two very fast drivers for the win. Okay, Lawrence losing a bit of time there still, but having that DRS to help claw it back ever so slightly until the last corner. Look at this gaggle of cars in the background. With the Olsen chasing Mark Levine. And Agnes defending from the Tic Tac racing car. It's Mark Levine. He's gonna move, thinks better of it. Jeez, this is just a little train in the background now just happening. Obviously, Felipe Olsen pit. So these guys are not, so we'll have to wait and see what happens, but he's still ahead of them. So Lawrence think about a move? Maybe, maybe not. Tries to scare Jaden Neal. Can't though. Jaden Neal sticks his ground. A good run still from Cody Lawrence. He will be close coming into turn 4. I doubt he's going to think of a move in turn 4. He is going to... Nope. Sticks right behind. Yeah, I don't think a turn 4 and the move in turn 4 would really work unless he has just an absolutely amazing run out of turn 3. Oh, it's Armotova. Perfect timing on that. Catching her spin. It's going to allow... And that's really going to help Felipe Olsen's strategy. Pitting really early, I think, for that 2 stop. Going to help him a lot. It's Mark Levine defending Magnus Ross. No, he's past that. That's not. He's defending from the Tic Tac racing car. Amir Boer down the inside. Not able to make it stick, but he's falling. Oh, is that a spin? Spin for the Tic Tac racing car. No one's going to be in anyone's way, but shame for him. He was... Ouch. Props for this guy. Arm Boer in the Tic Tac racing car. Very clean battling till that spin. Mark Levine is now free to set chase on Agnes. As Kid Lawrence has been setting chase on Jaden Neal. I think this is the closest he's been yet. Probably has some DRS saved up too throughout the lap. So down the inside, what are we going to see? Down the inside pretty clearly, and I don't think Jaden fights that at all. He doesn't really fight at all. Maybe a switchback attempt, very faintly, but he doesn't fight at all. Just allows Cody Lawrence to go past for the lead. Getting close to the halfway point of this race. We have to think about when these guys will stop. And speak of it, more. I'm in the pits. Oh, the Griffin Game Driver in the pits. What will we stop for? He's on C3s. And this Maniac will go on to B4s. B4s for the Griffin Game Driver. He will come out behind his teammate, but his teammate most likely will have to stop again. So he's going to come right in front of Maxi. They want to try to get past him with those softer tires. Not softer tires, but older tires with the heat in them, but don't think he's close enough to get past, even with those cold tires on Giovanni Morum's car. Jaden Neal. Now is the chaser. Don't think he's close enough for a move. I think they're going to both pit at the same time. This happened in Australia. It's happening again. Both pitting at the exact same time. Here in Bahrain. Even have the quicker pit stop as Jaden Neal comes to his pit box. Pretty smooth entry. Cody Lawrence comes to his pit box. Pretty smooth entry. Jaden Neal exits. Cody Lawrence exits. And and the gap's a bit extended now too, ever slightly between them. Matter. Now Dragooners has pitted too. What did they pitted onto? So Cody Lawrence has set on is that right? Is he on C5s, Alex? Hello? Oh, I thought it was a glitch, but he is on C5s. What did he start on? C4s, no? Yeah, so C5s for the winner of last race, Cody Lawrence. Jaden Neal is on C3, he's taking the more conventional strategy here. Going a step harder. Cody went a step softer, so yeah, I think this definitely has to be a 2-stop from the race leader currently. A very interesting strategy. Let's see if it works. And yeah, that's a crazy kind of call. That's good. Coming even closer to the halfway point. Those pit stops are already being done by these top guys. The cars who are going to pit now is Moldova and Mark Levine. This top 6 who need to pit. Yeah, and Jaden Neal is not going to compete with the pace of the C5. C5 is obviously one of the softer tires of the compound range. So we have multiple tires here available in Trout. We do have a C6, but it's not really a race tire and it won't really ever be used. So yeah, C5 for Cody Lawrence. It's going to be interesting to see if he pits again or he tries to take this to the end. I have to say, I think the C5 would only last would only have peak life is like only the true laps or 3. Sorry for the yawn. Oh. Mark Levine goes wide. Defending for Maxi. Gets ahead. As we're saying, yeah, the C5s are going to die pretty quickly, I'd have to assume, after the first couple laps on him. So... yeah, maybe he's just that confident in his pace on those C5s, but we'll have to see. Yeah, but over 20 laps on C5. 20 laps. Not even. I don't even know. 28, 38. 21 laps on C5s. I think Mark Levine better in the background. Maybe it's a very intentional strategy. Again, like I said, I did hear rumblings of 2 laps. I didn't know how this 2-stop would play out, though. This is how, if my years were correct. Number 11 with Cody Lawrence on C5. And theoretically, probably trying to take him close to the end as possible while getting gaps. Yeah, he's already created a big gap to Jaden Neal, almost 5 seconds as we come to the line, and definitely now past the halfway point of this race, coming out of lap 19. Oh, my key bindings are gone for some reason, sadly. Can't get the comparisons up. Gap is 5.4 seconds now. It's slowly but ever surely increasing. If he was to pit again, Kyle, how big do you think the gap would need to be? Because he's definitely coming out behind no matter what, but there'd have to be a gap close enough for him to be faster, for one, and then to catch up and overtake. Yeah, well, he's almost at 6 seconds now, coming out of the second sector. So let's see if he can do it. Lawrence probably one of those competitive drivers here, and always the one creating the setups and testing out new things. And this may just be a wild strategy call that may or may not pay off here in Bahrain. Everything's off today. We got P1 C5s, got the sun out in Bahrain. We got actual clean battling. I'm just joking, but it's going to be interesting to watch how this plays out here. We're going to see what next lap time he sets. Going to come to, I think it's not really attacking, is it? Now he gets the 6 second part. It's almost like a 7 seconds now. So he's gained so much time in just one lap. Nope, that's just... Yeah, and the relative is now just stabilizing itself. And Cody needs to really push. I think before he pits, I think, like you said, 15 seconds has to be the rough goal of what he wants to try to achieve to make it possible to stop. Because honestly, if Neil stays on these tires to the end, they're going to be pretty dead at the end compared to a new set of C5s. So. And the gap's kind of stabilizing now. And get some DRS. That's his teammate actually in front of him. That's Botafogo. I think had a mistake or an incident early in the race. As he goes wide, gets out of the way of his teammate pretty easily. That is Botafogo out of this race. Badly. Yeah, his tires are already going. So not the best strategy going for the Lawrence, it seems. Yeah, you're right. 29-1 for Jaden Neal. It's 29 flat. It's 22 out of 23. 22 out of 37 laps. And now, pretty much trying to get past. Really, but honestly, they're passing. Equals just not letting Cody pass. Oh, a slight defense there, but not the best way of getting out. Yeah, not the best way of getting out the way for a driver faster than you, but still out of the way. Cody going his way. He's going to do that with Jaden Neal. It's going to help out Cody as well. Yeah, I think this gap is ever so slightly closing now. We'll check out lap time. Just going to across the line. If he set instead of 1:29.5, what Jaden Neal said, he's going to set a 1:29.1. Yeah, I think the C5's dropping off pretty hard. Go. The gap is slowly closing between Cody Lawrence and Jaden Neal. I think Cody Lawrence is going to have to think about doing a pit stop sooner than later. I think it's pretty clear to say that Neal is in the long haul with these C3 tires. So he is not going to risk it on some strategy calls, most likely today. Maybe could once they just want to get that quick bit of pace, and then he'll hop onto some C4s for a short end of stint, since Jaden Neal's tire would be so dead. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe he made a mistake on the pit strategy side and we put C5 for the C4s. We'll have to see. Was around the outside. Mark Levine goes on Drew Kennedy. Lily's right behind him as well. Drew's gonna have the rest of the lap car. This is the closest battle right now. Battle for the final 3-point positions in this race. Really have a decent run. The final corner, but they're probably not going to take it. Nope, they do not take it. Think about that DRS straight. Or a long DRS straight that's coming up in just a few seconds time. Pits. Once into the pits. Missed that call out, almost missed it. Can't say he got a lot of sleep, so it was actually about to miss that, but thank you so much. Jaden Neal get the pass. What will the race winner in Australia do to try to win this race in Bahrain? We're going forward with the American driver. By the end, it's behind Olsen too now. So was this this strategy's weird. It's bold, but I don't think bold has worked out in this case, and I don't think the C5s are gonna last a little over 10 laps, because that's what's left in this race. C4. We have 16 concurrent viewers, so thank you everyone for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe and join this race. And if you want to skim back early to the race, we got some pretty close battling right now. It's a battle of strategies kind of playing out. A pretty great battling early on this race. I'd love to see you guys watch. Yeah, Felipe Olsen is currently in front of Cody Lawrence on those C4s. And like I said earlier, most likely on the C4s, C5 is just not going to make it to the end. Now chasing the different driver, trying to take away his podium chances. I think he will pretty easily come this DRS straight. as he's right on the rear end. Felipe Wilson pits already. Upset. He pitted pretty early, so he's gonna have to pit again eventually. And that is all to get ahead of this lady right here, Erin Watova. Keep going. Eighth pits. I think it's not going to be very close at all. I think Watova, while getting pressured by his teammate Giovanni Warm, he's going to get out. Really ahead. And yeah, that strategy worked out for Felipe Wilson. Honestly, that spin that she had earlier did not help. And now this battling, that's not going to help much more in chase of Felipe as Giovanni Warm gets past. Nope, no issues. Thank you, Assetto Corsa, but back over close to him more, but I don't think he's able to. I don't think she's gonna be able to fight against Ronnie when he retires. Yep. Dak. Aiden Neal went from fighting for a win and went to not finishing in Australia from a pretty good position now, pretty dominantly being at the top of this race with Cody Lawrence, and after a pretty strange strategy call from Cody Lawrence, who just got the fastest lap 27.9, is leading this race pretty comfortably, 8 seconds ahead of the nearest competition. Like you said, Alex, nothing can go wrong at this point, right? When's the last time Dak Racing won a race here in Formula Trout? That would be some research we'll have to do. Season 9 was the last time Dak Racing won a race in Formula Trout in the Premier Series. What? 3 races. You might be adding one more to your list by the end of the day, at the end of this race. In 4 seasons, roughly. 3 seasons. That's, yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 seasons. It's Dak Racing's last race win in the Bahrain Series. Guy like Jaden Neal, I think they might get it done and might break half of wins. Now it's a little under 10 laps to go here. Drew gets up to the 10th. Ahead of Watova. Lawrence just getting held up by some traffic now. Not helping him. This chase of Jan Dragoon, a former teammate of his in season 11, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, imagine Jan Dragoon, possible for Cobalt. Patching Neal. I don't think it is as possible. Neal gets past Igor for P13. Igor shot the number of points. This late into the race. As Jaden Neal's best lap of the race is a 29 flat. That's neat. Perfectly on the zeros for Jaden Neal. I think a mistake for Cody Lawrence. Just lost a bunch of time to the interview. No, that's behind legal, so I'm not sure. Oopsie. Doesn't lose that much time. He's actually getting time on the end. Yeah, but yeah, like a lot of traffic. I think that might have helped him catch up with it. This traffic that Jan has to go through too, but it's gonna harm him as he's gonna have to go through traffic too. But as he comes to the back straight, I think that was really gets right out the way. I think Jan really might have caught him in the back. Or at least gets to catch one of them this match. Doesn't. Nope. I think that's a glitch, but I think he got his own personal fastest. Nope, that's not even true. So I don't know what that noise was, but that was the fastest lap noise. So Cody Lawrence is only 4 seconds behind, just a bit over 4 seconds behind. So Jan's tires are older. Jan's tires are definitely older, 14 laps. Same age Jaden Niels. Cody Lawrence can definitely catch up. Maybe this does give maybe a bit of a chance to catch Jaden, as Cody's tires are. Hey, never say never. It says on Cody's, it says on his helmet, never give up. He's not giving up now. As you see, he's got to be in the distance. I do access that, but he is definitely trying his hardest to close that gap before this race ends. I don't think they're going to catch any traffic for a while. Next car I think catches Agnes in 9th. There's some battling with Agnes. Volkova getting past Drew Kennedy for 10th with position. As Kevas from the technical car, Noah Boulevard, down as well. Lawrence is really taking his time. Oh my gosh, he's down to 2.5 seconds now. Probably down to 2 seconds by the end of the lap. Watch Cody Lawrence. 5 laps left to go in this race. Crosses the line. Gaps now 2 seconds between now and Cody Lawrence. Look at the gaggle press behind them fighting. Go up. Risk of getting overtaken by Drew Kennedy, but nope. Stay safe. Get the position and stay ahead. Not what we want at this point. Game. Stabilizes again finally. Oh, he's definitely going to be right by the end of the lap. Yeah, I think he just has that overall grip now, just advantage. Ooh, down to green. Able to see it in this right-hander coming up. Light braking zone. Yep. Gains a heap of time. Yeah, but now he's clearly in DRS. Yep. Yep, and here we go. Watch how much time he needs to here. He opens DRS. I don't think it's far enough to perhaps for the slipstream, but he's close enough to feel it. Close enough to think about how to move you. Oh! Late move. Lily. Late move for the Lawrence though. Think better how to move. Is there some more battling back here? Battle for the final point pinning position. Here puts Lily Horkova on the curving. That's ahead. Is it going to go side by side once again? Nope. Lily stays behind. In 11th, this is bringing Kefes into the battle as well for Nova. They're not rebranded. Yes, they are still winning. Once DRS straight. They get the move done. They let move down the inside. Oh! Down the inside. He's gonna think about focusing on his exits, but they don't think he has the traction to really fight Cody Lawrence. Cody Lawrence already half a second ahead, and then I think that's it. Not too bad, not too bad. He saved up some DRS, he could dump it. Oh, big set from Andrew Grun! Oh, there's contact! That's to push Cody Lawrence wide. It was worth the shot, but now he's going to get a run down to turn 4. Side by side, Andrew Grun. Another big send from the young GP driver. Former teammates colliding and battling super hard in this final few laps of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, more contact. I think it could be 18 net code. Big Andrew Grun staying ahead. Fighting as hard as he can from P2. He's going to lose time on the traction zones, but if you just keep the defensive line, it should all just work out. I'm going to try to park it on the apex. DRS for Cody Lawrence. Squeeze him. Oh, he's losing out on the straight. I think Cody Lawrence they have this pretty much in the bag. Oh, my young Dream can just focus on his exits again. Tight battle for P2. I tied it, and I thought it was over. Just Cody got the DRS. So pretty close. Oh my gosh. What is Sugar doing? Moldova is fighting Maximum Younger. These young GP cars are in intense battle right now. Oh, that's the best exit though. From Yan Jagoon. DRS still widely available. 2 more laps to go this race. A huge overspeed from Yan Jagoon. It's easily past Cody Lawrence. It's ahead of him. Cody Lawrence, think about a move. Can't. He literally can't make them. Yeah, Cody Lawrence thinking about it there. No, he's going to have to recharge. He's going to stay behind. He's definitely going to fight Zara Moldova. Fighting the other GP car. For 6th place here. I don't think Cody Lawrence still following. We have 2 Jungle GP cars and some pretty intense battles on track here. Jeez, Lawrence now with the DRS. Not going to be close enough, but I think Jan is just going to be focusing on his exits now. All he's focused on with not having the traction that Cody Lawrence does. Oh my gosh, it's going to be tense for Andrew Ewan. I thought he was going to lose this P2 to Cody Lawrence 3 laps ago, but he's kept on. He's hung on with these old C4, I think C3 tires. With Cody Lawrence on these much newer, but obviously going to wear much quicker C4 tires. The tight battle as they come into the lap car. The Magnus Ruts. Andrew not defending just yet. Letting Cody Lawrence go to the inside. It's gonna squeeze Jan off. Switch back for Jan. He keeps it there. He keeps it. It was definitely there. DRS wide open. Will the overspeed work? He's gonna send it. No, he's not. Gonna keep it behind. I don't think that was the move. I don't think he's gonna be able to keep it up in this middle sector where the grip is so important. Ladder grip is so important in this middle sector. Just losing a few tenths. Come on in. Now he's just losing time. The tires are old. We're struggling. We'll get DRS. I don't think it'll help him that much. Maybe it will. He's bravery in these corners. Maybe it will. Need some good exits. Just a bit too far, I think. He's just a bit too far. He should have sent it at turn 4. He should have sent it at turn 4. Have to dump all of the energy here he has on the last lap, and I think that's what he's doing. I think that's literally what he's doing. He's going to dump all that energy. As Cody Lawrence lights flashing, he has no energy to defend on this last lap. John Dragoon easily goes into P2. Cody Lawrence doesn't even defend that. He just lets him through. Up into P2, I think Cody Lawrence... Oh, we're going to try to get him back on the back straight, or even on that final DRS straight to the line. We'll have to see it. As Agnes gets out the way, here for the battle in P2. Jan Dragoon coming through turn 4. It's squirmy. Coming through the S section. This is where he's going to bucket most of his time. He does not have the grip Cody Lawrence does on those tires, so he's not going to be doing good in this sector of the track. Let's go. Lawrence just has the traction outside his corners. Lawrence is going to look for a way to get past Jan Dragoon. This is the final lap of the race. 10 seconds ahead. Jaden Neal, who will most likely win this race unless he spins. That's safe for Cody Lawrence. Now, down the inside, no, down the outside. Around the outside of Jan Dragoon, gets ahead. And Jan Dragoon stays behind. I think he's still going to get a decent exit. Still 4 tenths. Jan Dragoon is, but as we come to the line, DAC Racing hasn't won a race since season 9. They will win a race with Jaden Neal at the helm as Jaden Neal wins here in Bahrain for round 2 of the Premier Series. Started on pole, finished on pole. As we go back, Jan Dragoon is not going to be close enough and Cody Lawrence to finish P2. Finish where he started, and Jan Dragoon will finish on the podium. A good result for younger GP. Oh, I thought it was going to be closer to G's, man. Agnes not finished 4th. That's wrong. I think it's Felipe. It was kind of glitching out. What a good race. Jan Dragoon was fighting to the end for that podium position. Just couldn't keep it. P3 is a great result. The 4th race of the season. Hopefully we see more this season. If you're gonna keep battling like that on such old tires. Better give us some donuts on the line because that was intense. There you go. Thank you. This teammate, some younger, I do think, finished ahead of Armaltova. Leaderboard's a bit finicky now that the race is over, but what an intense race. You know, if you yep, just right now. Nope, wins for DAC Racing. Their first win since season 9 here in the Premier Series. The race. Yep. And with Jaden Neal in a pretty dominant fashion too with Jaden Neal. leading almost every lap of the race, starting on pole. It's going to be a really good day for DAC racing, especially in the constructor standings with 25 points on the board. And with, I think that was Moldova getting a P7 as well. P6 and P3, P3 younger. Ready Goal Racing. I think Cody won still obviously the championship. Great. But still, that was some great battling. And only if we had Lenny here, he could gain some championship points as well, but sadly we do not. The launch extends on him since he wasn't able to attend this race. Again, I think due to scheduling issues, I would have to consult with Max about that. But, what a great race here in Formula Trout. And honestly, much better than I expected. Much better than I expected. And I don't think we have the race winner in VC, but we will take Cody Lawrence for an interview. Finished P2 after that tight battle. Hello. Cody Lawrence, the winner's not in VC, so you're up P2. A very different tragedy from the rest, and that ended up with a pretty rough housing battle at the end with Yandravina. Just thoughts. Yeah, I was from pretty far back. We obviously don't. I'm an American just as you, so my internet to a European server is not the best, but it was a pretty from far back, and I think it was pretty clear there was contact just due to him outbreaking, but you would have to see the replay on that. Yeah, you guys at the end there, yeah. We were surprised at how close Jan was keeping after that. We thought with the older tires he would have been struggling, but knowing you had damage too. Dang. Yeah, well, shame, but still a good result. You're still leading the championship. Big game for Jaden, but he didn't score anything in Australia, so into Suzuka, you still have the lead of the championship by good margin since Lenny wasn't here too. Well, Christmas season is very busy. That's very interesting. Well, we'll let you go and move on to Max and patient editing, but thank you for racing and great battles, honestly, all around. All you guys, very fun to watch. When I think 6 Maximilian Younger. Maxi, Million Younger. Younger GP driver this weekend, down for your own team. I think it was P6 at the line, so pretty close battles there. And middle, P7. We saw you put Ari, but then after that, I don't think he did. Cody and Jan Dragoon were basically Max and Lewis at the end of the race for the last few laps, so we were focusing on that. Out of here. No points on the board. Cody finished P2. Yes. Yeah, Jaden Neal took the win. You guys are still ahead in the team standings. Yeah, Jan finished third, so all of you and Cody's team beautiful go for DNF'd. I think you overtake Mark Levine. You? Any thoughts for the Christmas break? Oh, Lenny. Good to hear. Main teams. It's exciting to see them back. Main drivers. Trying to process that race. But you watch those last few laps. And they probably posted in Discord. He absolutely sent a dive bomb into turn. Like Verstappen get to the apex first, and it's your corner. if the rest after pretty crazy. Yep. Guess that's it. So I thank everyone watching, tuning in around 2 Trout Premier. I'm back in 2 weeks' time for Suzuka round 3, where the Jungle GP regular lineup will be back. We'll hopefully the same amount of cars. Hopefully Cody will be here to give the front fight it needs. Jaden Neal, the pace this season, a lot to look forward to. See this champion wait to round 12, where you have the dominant swapping off there and wait. Honestly, feel everyone really like. But after that, you can watch Trout into right before. I'll stop yapping and.
Oh my goodness, and Tim Onlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.